Hello, Mr. Sergio. How are you, man? Oh, cheers, dude. Cheers, it's the old Loch Ness grun. I'm just fiddling around with a diminished lick that I kind of came up with last night. I'm trying to make it fit into something. I don't know what yet, but whatever. It's something like that. We'll see. Something like that, you know. But the thing is, like, what's there's two things about it that's bugging me a little bit. The way up is the right amount of notes to fit in 4/4. The way back down here, there's a couple of notes too many, so I have to miss a couple out, and it keeps throwing me out because it doesn't feel as natural to play on the way back down. So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4. That bit. That end, I don't know whether I should like tie the end in so I can just start again and just do the entire thing as a loop, or like figure out some kind of ending. But there's no song that goes with it or anything. It's just like mindless playing, you know. So yeah. I assume you're an Ibanez fan, a Jem fan, because you wouldn't be following my page otherwise, would you? And what have you got? What do you play? Proper worth buying one of these, you know. It was really good, you know. Like, because I've got a few Jems to compare it to. How many have I got? 4, 5. So I've got 5 Jems, right? All in all. And it's a toss-up which is the best. You know, it's a toss-up which is the best one between this and this. Yeah, man, it's 30th. It's not one of the originals, but it's really nice, like really good to play. But this DBK, you know, so you know, bought this brand new, so you got an idea of what it is, right? But the DBK, you know, it was a lucky find with some guy that had it kind of like rotting in his living room. It was in such a state. There's pictures in my gallery of me reconditioning this. Excuse me. There's pictures in my gallery of me fixing this up. And I tell you what, once I fixed it up, it had been preserved by grime. It is beautiful. And it plays, it's really light. In fact, both these are really light. I don't know how heavy they are, but they are the lightest guitars I own. The three lightest, this one, and the orange thing. This is fit as well, by the way. I think this is the lightest, and it seems from all the ones I've played that the lightest guitars seem to be playing the best. The heavier ones actually do feel heavier to play, but this plays so easy, like really easy. You know, it's got super wizard neck, man. It's just fit, is what it is. Really fit, you know. And I got it so cheap. You know, it's beautiful. Beautiful guitar. I was so happy. So happy I bought it and rescued it. You know. You haven't said what you play. What have you got? Yeah, it's interesting. The gem neck on this is really nice. It's quite different because I've got a golden era white gem. Oh, a friend of yours had. Nice. Which one did he have? Did he have the one with the did he have the one with the low pro or the edge pro? Yeah, wizard necks are good. Well, the super wizards. Oh, both wizards. Super wizards and normal wizards are good, man. So the DBK I have a super wizard. It's alright, man. Low pro, yeah. Yeah, low pros are top, aren't they? Yeah, I'm a big fan of low pro. What's this? The first guitar I ever bought properly. In fact, this one. What are you cooking? Anything good? And Musiak joined. Nino77, hello everybody. I was just saying that this is a guitar that kicked it all off for me. Yeah, it's a 1998 rg550 limited, and it's so good. Hamburgers, good hamburgers. And yeah, I put Seymour Duncans in it. It's had bare knuckles in it and what have you, and you know they were all right, blah blah blah. But I'm an 80s 90s thrash guy really, so it's got to have the TB4 and a jazz in the neck, proper like the jazz man. Really a lot. Yeah, I like it, man. Maybe a little bit bluesy sometimes for metal as well. Oh, I'm a weird kind of player, I think. You know. But yeah, it's the low pro in this taught me everything I needed to know about the complexities of floating tremolos, and it's still sweet, you know, even 22 years later. 22 years old, man, crazy. It's still sweet, you know. No bar wobble, you know. Not that it stayed that way. I've had to fix it and keep it in check. Do you know what I mean? It's alright, to be honest, not as good as I would like. The one that's got the flutter on it is the latest one. It's in demonstrating that and saying how good it was, it's actually told me that it probably needs a service. You make me want to go through your full collection now and show you all. This is fit, by the way. This is so nice to play. So nice to play. See what I mean? Yeah, this is, it's still boinging. Really good. Yeah. See what I mean? Proper pronounced on this. This, I mean, I've got a sneaky feeling that maybe it might need a new trem, but I haven't filed the edges on it. Here's another weird thing. I don't really use a trem at all, which is weird for a guy that has only guitars with only trems on it. And yeah, I just love the look of a Floyd Rose, not a Floyd Rose, but the edge in the original edge in the low pro. I absolutely love the look of them, and to me, I think fixed bridge Ibanez's look cheaper, I mean, they actually are cheaper because Floyd Rose costs more, but they don't look as good, you know. And I love the way they look. The low pro reminds me of an old Lamborghini, like a Lamborghini Countach or something like that. It's just got those kind of lines to it. I really think it's fit, you know, even though I rarely use a trem. Yeah, a bit of a funny player like that, you know. Hello, let's have a look. Wow, there's loads of people saying hello now. Trem Flutter, yeah man. Ibanez Nation, hello by the way. I'm glad you guys are all here keeping me company. Normally there's no bugger here, you know, and I just sit here just waffling on my own. Yeah. Alright, just whiz it in a little bit. On some of these where I've got the higher tuning pegs, I kind of have to do that anyway because they don't clear the micro tuners, the fine tuners and whatever. This is my latest lick project, by the way. It's a weird diminished thing I'm trying to get to fit right. It's not quite there yet. Struggling with a little bit here. I've got a couple of notes out and ending it as well. And it has absolutely no context. There's no musical piece to it or anything. It's just a weird lick I'm working on to get used to trying different things and branching out of pentatonics and just your basic major minors and just try to add a little bit more flavour to me playing. So here we go. Oops. You get the idea. Learn modes. I mean, yeah. I suppose I should create some more backing tracks with my looper for the modes and for things like that. But kind of what I end up doing, I'll put some backing tracks on YouTube and I'll just let them play on random and I'll see what pops up. And because I'm self-taught, generally, this is how I find modes. This is how it all works for me in my head. You've got the pentatonic. Let's just use E pentatonic. Right. Well, wherever there's a tone and a half space, modes generally fit in to add one of those notes into one of those spaces. You know, and either do that in a major position or a minor position. And I don't really know what mode I'm playing. I just know that double space in a pentatonic, playing with those notes in between, will find me into will slot me into almost any piece of music. Now this is why I'm doing diminished, because diminished and augmented is so outside of that, you know. Oh, original edges are great, aren't they? Let's see what you've all got to say, because you might have been giving me some great advice. The low pro on old Ibanez guitars, yeah, top, aren't they? I'm torn between low pro and the original edge. I mean, the thing is though, the original edges I've got. So I've got original edge, low pro, and edge pro guitars, and the best working one at the moment is definitely this, but it's also the newest one, so I don't know if it counts as good judgment. you know. So let's get the DBK out. I think let's try the trem on the DBK because that's got a low pro. Did I try it before? Oh, I tried it on that, didn't I? Yeah, it's a bit deader. What are we dealing with here? Yeah, it's 20 years old this, so I think I can give it a bit of a break, but it's still definitely the easiest to play. It's so easy to play this guitar, it's beautiful. Ingray plays a lot of diminished arpeggios. Yes, he does. Sounds like the Cliffs of Dover. What, me funny lick? Yeah, do you know what, right? I've put a lot of my collection away recently. Because my house started to look like Day of the Triffids. There's just things everywhere, just guitars all around me, and it just started to just get a bit overwhelming. So I keep that rack full, and that's it. So I've got in storage a '93 Candy Apple 550, which again is fit. Got a Jem 505, again fit. So underrated, the Jem 505. The guy who I bought it off, he was telling me that people were telling him it was fake, and I was like, no, it's not fake at all. And I got it for such a great price. You know, I've been really lucky with all my guitars actually. So yeah, Candy Apple 550. You can see it in my gallery. It's all in my things. Candy Apple 550. I've not got a DX. No, it's not a DX. This is a limit. This is as close to a DX I've got. Yeah, it's not a DX. It was just standard line. Yeah, Candy Apple 550. Jem 505. 550 20th. That's actually pretty nice, but the 20th is weird, right? The paint on the 20th is thinner and a bit cheaper than the normal RGs, so it chips easier, like a lot easier. And the frets between 15 and 12, there's a slight hump. I mean, it must be like 1/100th of a millimetre or something like that. But what it means is I can't have the action as low as I'd like it on that guitar. So I kind of use it as a bit of an experiment guitar. And then I've got the BRMR, which has got the low pro, not the low pro, sorry, the Edge Pro on it. Yeah, the Edge Pro, I mean, that's a real interesting trem. That really flutters nice as well. I find it so easy to use. It's like they scienced it to make it, to give the more leverage, so it feels really easy. Nice trem, but I still prefer the Edge and the low pro. I prefer the low pro for looks, and I think the Edge for performance at the moment. Now the only other thing I've got, Sergio, see you later, man. Thank you for joining me as well, and thanks for having a look at my collection. Cheers, man. It means something to me. It's nice. Thanks. Ibanez Nation, what's my favourite Jem? Tough question. So far, I think it's got to be this, the DBK. I mean, it's so easy to play. When I pick it up, I almost don't want to pick up other guitars. But there's times when I feel it's this one. I know it's not a Jem, but I just couldn't not buy this when I tried it in the shop. It just enchanted me. But I have all my favourites out. So this plays almost as well as the DBK. This is the 30th, by the way. Yeah, the paint job on the DBKs, I never liked it before I got it, believe it or not. I only got it because it was dirt cheap and it needed rescuing, and I just couldn't leave it in the dingy, horrible flat with that guy. Honestly, if you have a look in my gallery, there's pictures of how much shit it was covered in. It was fucking horrible, right? And I just couldn't leave it with him, but I got it for such a great price. And underneath it, it was preserved by grime. Honestly, it was like a bogman, you know, like a mummy. It was just perfectly preserved underneath, and I was so surprised. It just looks brand new, other than a crack over the tone knob on the scratch plate. The electric's a little bit old and rusty inside. I've not been able to clean them, and I don't really want to replace them either. I kind of want to keep it all natural, all original. Yeah, it is kind of like a 90th Hoshino. The Hoshino has nice flat bits, doesn't it? And I find it very interesting how they've actually done that. And I've heard they play like them as well, because the Hoshino has got a Super Wizard neck, doesn't it? What's that funny face? Yeah, what was I saying? I was saying some random bits and bobs. So, yeah, there's this one, and I've also got I have out a good old V7, V white, 7V even, should I say, named by the man himself, and this has got a got to have that thing in it, the old backstop, and so this is my Evo basically, you know. I've Evo'd it up, got the little knob on there. I don't have the tape there, I don't really care for the tape, again, not a Chem guy, and I've put the Terminator system in it. Yeah, it makes a difference, kind of it's like HD. In fact, the 30th has got the normal Evos in it, and this has got the Terminator Evos in it. Oh, the camera's weird. Yeah, the camera's back to front. Look, see, the writing's backwards. So yeah, I'm right-handed. But it's definitely like a clearer, more HD. I don't know, I'd like to say it feels like it's got more headroom and more width. Yeah, Terminator is solderless. It's just like little, you kind of feed all your wires into a hole and then turn a screw on the top. Really pretty straightforward. And yeah, worth it. I mean, I don't know what country you're in. I don't even know if I might even know you off some of the Rg Jem group and what have you, you know, on Facebook. What was I saying? I'm not with it tonight, am I? I keep forgetting what I'm saying. Yeah, it's solderless, it's easy to use. You can compare it if you go back and listen to this video to, in fact I could just do that now, can't I? If I tune it. There we go, live Terminator demo. Yeah, they've pretty much got the same pickups in. If you Reg, I didn't even know you were part of the chat. Cheers, dude. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Surrounded by guitars now. Yeah, man, this definitely has something richer about it. Oh, that's what I was saying. Yeah, so definitely worth the money, and I'd really think about getting it for the orange for the 652. And the only surprise that you might watch out for, because I don't know what country you're in, is import. I had to pay something like 25 quid import tax, which was not expected on top of all that. So that's my heads up. And the guys at Terminator were, anytime I had to communicate with them about anything, they were really, really helpful. So all in all, just a positive experience. Do you know what? I'd love I'd love one to flow it out, but do I want to route it? Oh, I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure. I have thought about it. There's times I think I should do it to the rg550, because, you know, like I say, it's kind of like my experiment guitar. You know, but I do like having this as my Evo, if you will. Yeah, I do. Because it's lovely. I mean, again, it's what? Yeah, it's 20 years old. You know. If ever I felt like buying a second one of these and flowing that out, yeah, maybe. But, you know, I've got a few of these things now, and I'm not sure if I need more. I'm not sure if anybody needs any of them, really, but, you know, it's been a lovely journey collecting them. So it's took me something like maybe 2010. It took me about 9 years. 9 years when I started collecting them, because I didn't know shit about guitars, if I'm honest. I had this RG. I've had this since I bought it in like '98. So this has been with me since it was brand new. And I've always loved it, and I've never really been a professional musician or been in a band or anything like that. I've just always been a nerdy bedroom guitarist, and I never paid attention to whatever communities are out there, and I never paid attention to anything other than just playing guitar in my own little world. And anyway, I'd played that much, I'd worn the frets down so much, it needed a... I worn the fret down so much that I needed a fret job, and I was like, shit, I don't know anything about this. Do I have to throw the guitar away? What's what? So I started educating myself on what to do. So I found out more, and I'm going to answer your question now as well. I found out so much more about this guitar. I found out how rare it is. I found out how collectible it is. I started to understand, or at least what people were saying about the difference between Japanese Ibanez and every other Ibanez. So I was like, right, well, okay, let's find out, let's learn. So the only way to learn what the difference between Japanese and prestige and premium guitar, premium and lower, was to play them. Well, where do you play a golden era Japanese versus a modern Japanese versus a premium? Oh, there's only one real way, and that's to start buying them. But I didn't like any premiums and below. They're just not good, you know. So yeah, the Fujigen factory, it's the ultimate. So the more I learned about pickups, the more I learned about setups, the more I learned about the difference in guitars. I became an absolute fan of the the Fujigen factory, and so much so that when I was looking for a Strat, the only one I liked the feel of was a Japanese Strat. You know, so it was all about, became all about that factory in Japan, just making fucking sterling guitars. Yeah, I played so many American Strats, and as soon as I felt this, it immediately felt like a Japanese guitar. It felt like, even though it is a different guitar, it just felt like it was built the same. Yeah, I was amazed. So yeah, it's all about Japanese for me. Could you say I'm a snob? I don't know. You know, I've set up some premium to low, like there's a 421 lefty that my lady has, and I've set that up to almost the same specs as these, which is saying something really. They do make amazing quality guitars. You know, I'm trying to buy a Les Paul, and I won't buy it unless it's perfect. But can I find one that fits? No. The closest ones I find, believe it or not, are the Les Paul Tributes, which I think are really nice and look great. Let's put some of these. But there's one caveat to what I'm about to say, and it might shock you. Just make some room. It might shock you. You ready for this? Made in China. Made in China. Like, but is it awesome? Yeah. Forget where the tone knob is on it. Yeah, no, it's Paul Gilbert, Fireman. It's basically an Iceman upside down. And it's basically a Les Paul. Alright? It's a Les Paul. Paul Gilbert swapped the tone knob, so the volume knob's there, so that always throws me out. But yeah, it's an upside down Iceman. It's got funny switching on it. I can't remember the order, but I think it double humbuckers them in the middle like a Les Paul. It's got Les Paul, yeah. Well, they call it an frm250. This, I think it was Paul Gilbert's 20th or 21st anniversary model, but it is pretty much a Les Paul in that. I know it's made in China, blah blah blah, right? But mahogany body, flame maple top, like a nice one as well. Flame maple top, fat neck, like proper fat neck. Yeah, Les Paul Gilbert. Yeah, proper fat neck, but it's got the it's got the tone, man. Oops, can't even play. Needs tuning. DiMarzio Air Norton pickups, not Air Norton. Oh, what are they? Air Classics. DiMarzio Air Classics. Can't do fat necks. Do you know what? I just got used to it. I don't care on the neck shape anymore. One thing I do struggle to get used to, especially with Les Pauls, is the necks. The string spacing on the Les Paul is a bit smaller. On a Jemini G, it's a little bit wider. That screws me up. That combined with a shorter scale length. But yeah, this really nice guitar to play. Really nice. how to play that. But I've not played a Universe yet. That's the gap in my collection, Japanese Universe. Yeah, when the right one comes around, when I've got the right money at the right time, then I'm in, man. I'm definitely in. But yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, man, a lot of fun. Yeah, just I love them, man. You're obviously an Ibanez nut like I am. They just fit, aren't they? They just look good. I mean, I get that Strats look good, and I get that Les Pauls look good, and whatever else. But Steve I was right when he said he wanted his guitar to look less pedestrian, and it certainly does not look pedestrian, but it's also not, it's just not too flashy, is it? It's just fit, it's just perfect, man. Big neck adjustment. It is a personal preference, yeah. But I have this thing. So in my other job, I'm an artist. I'm a painter, and I teach people how to do it. And I get a lot of students that say to me, "Oh, that doesn't work for me." And I always ask them the question, what's the difference between something not working for you and you failing to make something work for you? And I kind of live by that in lots of regards. Like, I ask myself, why do I struggle with these differences? And is it in my head, and am I giving up too easy? So I just start working on it. I'm a little bit tenacious like that. So now it just doesn't really bother me, you know. And I've got small hands, by the way, for a dude. I've got a small head and all. But yeah, I've got small hands. But the pier, right? Well, where do we start with that? Fuck. I was gutted, if I'm honest, at first. And here's the reason. Not just because it's what it is, it's because what it wasn't. Now, I was so expecting, I think it would have been the best move if he'd have called his Monterey style Strat. You know, the one he's hand painted, the white and red one. If that had been the pier, holy fuck, I'd have been deep in it. Potatoes deep, right up to the back wheels. That was what I was expecting when he said something. When he said there's going to be something exciting. I was expecting the new Jem to be that. I was like, fuck, brilliant. Now, I wasn't expecting a pier. So, when that manifested, I was going to say a pier, but that would have been like too easy a joke. So when that appeared, when that manifested, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, is it a kid's guitar? They blatantly look like girls' guitars. And I was like, man, everything didn't look right. You know, white scratch plate, gold hardware, weirdness going on. And yeah, it looked proper. It wasn't what I was expecting. Let's put it that way. And I reckon he's like Monterey style. I can't remember what it's called. He's Monterey Strat style guitar. I reckon that would have gone down so well. I reckon that would have gone down so well with the Ibanez crowd. Really do. And the flack it got online, you know, I struggled a little bit with it, but then there's a recent picture, you can see the finish a lot more. I like the fact they're metallic finishes, and I like how crisp the cutout is, this weird cutout. You know, that's really cool. What else? We'll see, won't we? We'll see. Am I going to buy one? No, I'm not that giddy about it. You know, I'm not that giddy about it at all. Could it grow on me? Yeah, the green might. We'll see. We shall see. Good night all. It's been a nice night. Thanks for joining me.